time this bed got a little love. It's showing some wear and tear, and the trees did not come back from the deer. So I'm gonna clean them all up and transform this bed so it looks somewhat controlled, because right now it is wild. All right, so we've cleaned these up. Now we're gonna get in there, finish the weeding, gave them a chance to see if the foliage would grow back on the branches, because the branches weren't dead and it was trying, but it was really awful looking and it just looked like a mess. So we got in here, I did a chunk of it, and then Rob did the lower part for me, and we got it all done. Now to get the weeds out and clean up this bed. The Shades of Blue Nepeta has done amazing things here, but too amazing. So I'm gonna have to cut it back and split it and push it back. Over here, I mean, these are just gorgeous. Look at them, but they're crowding out the black pearl heuchera. So I'm gonna move these as well. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edge this bed out further, pull the heucheras forward, and then get in there and probably move stuff around a bit. It's so hard to cut these back when they're looking so darn glorious. In fact, this bed is really coming along. There is work that's required, but I really am liking the contrast of these colors in the bed. And I'll show you kind of what's going on here. I am cleaning up weeds in this bed and deadheading anything that needs it, like salvias, veronicas that need to be cut back. But you can kind of see what's happening here, and I'm liking it. I really am. I do need some more ground covers in this area, which would be great, and a little bit more pruning on the rows. But you can see here we have some beautiful foliage here. I definitely should have bought more of these, and I'll go back in the video and I'll look up the name of them, but they are stunning and they're just coming in to bloom. So I think I'm going to end up splitting them eventually. Not right now. I'm going to enjoy the splendid of them, the splendid glory of them. And then I'm going to put them in other areas of the garden because I am just loving them. That dark foliage with the touch of orange flowers is beautiful. They seem to hold up against the rain very well. You can see the Heliopsis there is holding up. And there is a hollyhock starting to come into bloom. I did put some different seed down in here because I didn't like the ones I had. And this is one I really like, so I want this one to go to seed. There's a few more in there, not as tall, because I've been tromping along in there and weeding and things. And you can see here that the standard hydrangea there, and I believe it's a limelight, is not doing great at all. But I'm hanging on. I'm gonna leave it for a season and see what it does. Maybe it'll do better next year. Maybe next year I'll be taking it out. It is suckering at the bottom, so that might be an option, is to leave the plant and just grow it from the suckers that are coming along from the root system at the bottom. But it's definitely a possibility. In here, the daylilies are getting ready to bloom. Look at the colors in the heucheras. I mean, I mixed them all up, reds and purples and things, but aren't they looking really pretty? And and I have the odd succulent in there just for a ground cover. And you can see some bugleweed there, which is doing really well. I might have to dig some of that up and split it. But you can see some of the colors coming into play here. There is grass and stuff I need to get out of this bed now. More rain coming tomorrow. And once again, more deadheading. This has been a big job, deadheading. And finding the time with all the darn rain. But I will have to get at it and spend more time in this bed. So this is some of the stuff going on in here. You can kind of see the mess we got going along here as we work through the beds and organize them. I like my plants crowded, but not overly crowded. To me, that's chaos, and that's why I have to clean it up. But it gives you an idea of what's going on here in the garden. Here is the pile of branches that we've taken off this tree. There were other branches in the middle of this from the neighbor's trees when we got hit with that storm last year. And so I've really just went ahead and we've been cutting her back and cleaning it up. I am going to move 2 limelights in there now that this is all cut down in there and clean that up. And I'm going to come through with mulch. We are going to throw some more soil in here because there is still a massive root system back there. And so you could not plant between those trees. You can plant in front where the soil is good that I amended last year, but you can't plant at the back. So that's something that we need to do. And I need to clean that bird bath, but that's not high priority today. And you can just see how much color and stuff is going on here, and I'm really liking some of the contrasts. Thistle is the bane of my existence. It's driving me nuts, but we'll just keep at it and get them done. They're coming from the ditch and from the prairie and from the fields, and I tell you, they're a nasty piece of to pull out. The thing I want to share with you is look at these black pearl heucheras. Look at how massive they are. That is 1 year, you guys. I mean, I got these on sale. I did a video last year when I planted them. I'm letting them bloom. I think they're beautiful with the little buds on them. And I think they look great next to the Veronica here. So what I want in this bed, of course, other than to clean up all the nepta, is I want more orange. And you can see cone flowers are starting to bloom. So they did survive, which is awesome, even with the mess that this bed is in. But I'm going to come through here. I have some shrubs in here. I want to take out spireas that I don't like and switch them with limelights and just go through there and work this bed really well. But it's hard to cut back the nepta because all the bumblebees are all over it and they're just enjoying it. And look at them enjoying the heuchera, the black pearl. So I hesitate to get too reckless with this bed and go hard to prune it back, but it is due. And some of these smaller ones here, you can see they're done. They need to be sheared. So we'll see when we get to this. But this is more of a video that I want to share with you and update you on how things are going and what they're looking like in this bed and what we're working on. Sneak peek of what's been going on over here. We raised the bed 2 levels. You can see here, this is just for cut flowers and gardening. So these treated landscape ties are not going to hurt anything. So I've been really late putting stuff in, but I've been planting some zinnias, petunias. Here are all my kale, my flowering kale in here. And since I put them in this bed, they've really taken off. I had some major weeding to do and we have work to do. This bed is very, very interesting. And now it's starting to rain, just lovely. Look at all my foxglove in here. And the odd weed that sneaks in. Man, they just come in from the fields like no tomorrow. But you can see here how full that is. So I'm expecting a show for August. Same with this bed. There is Veronica's in here, zinnias in here, yarrows in here, petunias in here, all sorts of things. Same with this one. I'm just filling in what I can. I moved a delphinium. It's right there. There's some delphinium seed in here. Hasn't seen too much of it yet coming up. More foxglove. You can see them here. And a dreaded poplar that I need to get out. And then we just hung a new hose reel on there. It's a benchmark that we got pretty cheap, so I'm good with that. Anything that helps. But you can see kind of what's going on, and there's a lot of work here. Rob's been weeding and I got to come through and clean up and pick it up. But the next thing is the fence. I threw some perennials in here. They need to be cut back. Bed's looking a little gnarly, but hey, it'll all come together. It's just finding the time and the rain to stop. Plus, I'm working full time during the day, so I don't get out here to the evening. So I do what I can. And of course, I've got everything at home going on too. This is one of the last beds that we finished up on. And you can see here I have some new penestiums there that I got on sale for like $3. Some lantana had spare left over. And this is delphinium, you guys. This is the dwarf pink. It's called Summer Pink. Sorry, it's called Summer Morning. And I'll show you a picture of the container, and you can see it's really pretty. So I put some perennials in these beds to give it some life. There is the pink nepta, and it's ready to be split. It's taken over. I did add a clematis in there with the rose, and it's doing okay. Just odd things here and there that's going on. Lots of weeding and cleanup required. We got to get the fence up over here, so more work coming. So don't hate me for things being messy. It's just, you know, I had that back treatment done, procedure actually, and it slowed me down for a couple weeks, and now I'm just getting my ass in gear. You can see what the rain has done to Labyrinth, and I need to do some cleanup in here. And you know, it's dry as a rock over here. So with all the leaves, it didn't get much moisture. So I'm gonna prune this up a bit to clean it up. But you can kind of see how things are going here. And these were the ones that I overwintered in the fridge. And I think they look good. They just need some love and probably a fertilizer treatment. Phinium are still in bloom. They're just finishing up. Lots of glorious color here. And I'll be sad to see them go, but you can see we're now going to seed. Boo-hoo. But we'll cut them back and see what we can get off of them. I might only do half a chop this year to see what that does. I might try that. Something different. I think I've done it before many years ago, and they did shoot more shoots off the sides. So I might try that. But when I get to it after all the rain, these will be finished after the rain. I've ripped up this corner because I'm getting that gout weed out if it kills me, and I need to amend the clay soil. It's nasty. I've been through this bed and weeded. Rob gave me a hand and we got through it. I need to work the soil on the edge because it's a very much clay, and looks like I need to cut back because the rain has done a number on some of the yarrow. The hydrangeas seem to be okay. I will share with you that I lost my clematis on 2 of these trellises with all the rain. They've just rotted out, but you can see here things are looking okay. Some of the hydrangeas are a little slower to bloom, but I'm okay with that too. And we're just seeing a variety of color. I need to add some more yellow in here. I had some plants that didn't come back in here. Oh, I remember what they were. Lupins. I could see them in my head, but I couldn't come up with a word. It was lupins. They did not come back. Fine, whatever. That's the way it goes. And then you can see lilies here. They've been eaten, but they're looking good. And hydrangeas. And once again, that trellis is empty. So this is where I need to finish up cleaning up. And this is the tie-dye clematis, and it's doing good. And this is the corner next to be worked through. So all in all, things are coming together in the beds, and it's just finding the time with the weather and with working. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next ones. Thank everyone for watching, and I hope you didn't find my update too chaotic, but we're trying to get stuff done before the rain. Bye-bye.